Do you need a way for clients or team members without access to your database to update records? With Fillout Forms, you can let anyone update records within Airtable or SmartSuite directly. Perfect for things like contact info, project updates, or anything else related to your workflows. Check it out. Welcome back. I'm Zack from InnerDev Solutions. We help businesses streamline their processes using custom no-code tools so you can focus on what matters most. To learn more, you can visit our website, innerdevsolutions.com, or use the link in the description below. I'm going to show you how to update records in Airtable and SmartSuite. We are going to start with Airtable. So if you're looking for the tutorial on how to update SmartSuite records, you can skip ahead a little bit. Basically, what we're going to need is either Airtable or SmartSuite. If you do not have an account in either of those already, link in the description below. And we are going to use Fillout Forms. Again, link in the description below to get started with all of those tools. We are going to start within Airtable. This is where I'm going to do the majority of the build. I'm just going to quickly show you in SmartSuite how to set it, and it's a very similar workflow, but the demo part of this video will be in Airtable. So we've got Airtable here, we've got Fillout as well. We're going to start in Airtable. Once you've created a new base from scratch, we can get going. I've got a table. I'm just going to delete all of these pre-filled fields or pre-created fields. I'll label this contact, hit save, and I'm going to create a few different fields. So we're going to have a single line text field as first name. I can duplicate this, change this title to last name. We'll want an email field, and maybe we'll want company. That can just be a single line text field, and another single line text field. And we can just call this a job title. And then the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back, change this to contact ID. And this is going to be a formula field. And I'm just going to use a concatenate function, bring in the first name, separate it with a space, last name field, separate it with a dash, and I will bring in company as well. Close out function, and I'll hit save. Now I'm going to quickly import some sample data so that we can start building our Fillout form and test that in the preview mode. Okay, now that I have data in my contacts table, we can navigate to Fillout and we can create a form. Now, if you go to the Help Center, they have both update existing SmartSuite and Airtable records with a form within their help docs that can guide you as well. But I will show you how to do that right here. Make a Fillout form. We'll connect this one to Airtable. Doesn't matter for the theme. You'll have to select your account and then choose your table as well. Now that I've selected the base, we can go in, choose a table, which I just have one, and that's a contacts table. Bring in a few things like the company, first name, last name, email, and job title. I'm just going to move these beside each other. Job title, I'll move along with the email. You can style this any way you want. If you go to the ending page, you can add whatever text or redirect or send them to a new form. And there's different fields and blocks that you can add within the ending page as well. But for this tutorial, I'm just showing you how to easily update records with Fillout. Now that we have that set up, off the start, we made the connection with Airtable. But now if I go into the Integrate tab, select Airtable, we can see this form is used to create records. But we actually want to update records in this case. We're going to select Update Record. It's given us a formula here. So I can just hit that button, and that's going to copy the formula that we need to pass back into Airtable. We'll go into Airtable, we'll type in formula, and we're just going to paste in that formula. Now, I could call this Fillout Forms so that we know what it's used for. And if I go back into Fillout, I'll hit update and we can hit publish. But I'm going to click this preview tab just for some testing, and I can select this Sarah Bennett, which is the first record within Airtable. We can see that it dynamically brings in the information for each of the fields. So now this way, this is a really simple use case, but in theory, if we need a user to update information, we could share that link with them and they can come in here and make the necessary updates to their contact record, or if there's a project record, something along those lines. The other piece of this is now If you're using this link for something else and you only want them to update a record once, for example, maybe you automatically create a record like a contract, something like that, and you're going to pass in a lot of the information for them. You're basically pre-filling fields that you already know on their behalf, but you do want them to submit additional fields. That is a use case where you may only want them to update that contract record once. And the problem with the current setup is if they keep clicking this link, they would be able to go in and keep changing those details. An extra step that we can add in here is maybe there's a status or even a checkbox, something like that. I'm just going to add in a status field or a single select in Airtable, call this status, and we can add a couple options: pending, which may be our default option, and complete. So now that we have this status on here, we can go back into Fillout, exit the preview mode. And what we're going to do here is on the submit button, we need to make some changes. The logic is we are going to hide. Actually, there's two things that we're going to do. We're going to disable this button first off. We're going to add a condition. We're going to go down to this database icon, which is the integrations, updating records, scroll to status. And if it is not equal to pending, then it's going to be disabled. And we can also hide this. So we can click hide when, and we'll add a condition. Again, go to the database or the integration, scroll down to status, does not equal pending. Now, this way, if a user comes back in and they open up the form, they are not able to submit or resubmit that form and the contract details. If it's something that you only want them to submit once, but you still want to use that update record action. I can give this a test. We'll hit publish and we'll navigate back into Airtable and we're going to update this record. We'll click this link. Now you could have an automation that sends a form to a user or to this email address, really depending on your specific use case and the reason you were updating records or allowing somebody to update records. You'll have to fit that into your workflow. But let's go in here, change this company name, and we can just change the job title. Now we'll hit submit. We can see that it's already updated the details here. We could have it so we come in here and manually update this, or maybe we need to set up some sort of automation, or within Fillout, we could pass in that it's going to be marked complete as soon as they submit that form once. But now this time, if I go in and click this link, we can see that we still have access to the fields, but there's no submit button. If they change any of the details here, they are not going to be able to update or submit that form. You could also set it up so that all of these fields are hidden and that a paragraph. So I'll just do that quickly. If we go into other, we're going to search paragraph, bring this in and just write something like form has been previously submitted. And then in the logic, you can show this when, again, into the integrations, updating record, the status is equal to complete. Now, if I publish this form again, we can hide all of these fields the same way that we did this, but I'll just show you what this looks like. When we open the form, it says form has previously been submitted. Now I'm going to go into SmartSuite, show you how to do the same thing. This is going to be a much quicker walkthrough. It's really simple as well. I'll create a sample record, and now we can go into Fillout and we will create one more form. We'll select SmartSuite as the integration, choose your theme, select my solution, choose my app or my table, and we can create a form. I've got a company and a name field as shown here that I want to update. Now, if I go to integrate, same thing as Airtable, we'll select the connection. We're going to update. It's given us a formula that we can add into SmartSuite. We're going to select that. It's now copied to our clipboard. We can make an update and I will hit publish. So now I'll go back into SmartSuite. I'm going to search a formula field, advanced editor, label this Fillout Forms link, and I'm going to paste in that formula that Fillout provided us. I'll hit add field. And now I can copy this link and paste it into the browser, or you can link it to a button so that when you click it, it automatically opens the form. I can make an update here as needed, updated the information. I'll hit submit and we'll go back into SmartSuite and we can see that it updated it, both the company name and the name fields here. Very similar process to Airtable, it's just a slightly different formula. This is a great way to allow external users or users who do not have access to your database update records for whatever reason you may need. That's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more tutorials in the future.